Hey everyone, it's Krista from the Twins Healing Magic and Beyond, and I'm just hanging out outside here with my girls. They're somewhere in the back, probably getting muddy and wet. And this is the middle of the day, and it is gorgeous outside. And just how's everyone doing? This is my day 17 of Cares in my 365-day challenge. You can probably see my screens here are behind us are probably pretty dirty, but anyways, keeping it real. And yeah, we've had some rough days here. Just a lot of almost pent up energy that just ends up exploding out of me, exploding out of my kids. There's been a few tears, and there's been a lot of growth though too, really connecting with each other, because when you go through something, we're like me and Izzy yesterday. So we went for a walk, me and Kara and the girls, and we went for this walk around town, and the kids were like splashing in the puddles and getting soaking wet. And I, as the mom and me just started being like, well, if you guys get really wet, you're going to be uncomfortable. And they're like, we don't care. So I'm like, all right, trying to let it just not bother me, see them getting wetter and wetter. Anyways, all of a sudden, Izzy's like, can we just go home? And I'm like, well, yeah, we're on the other side of town, basically. And she's, way behind us. I'm like, just come on, Iz. And, she's got, her feet are wet. And anyways, it was going downhill fast. So finally, I just said to Kara, do you want to just walk home with Cammie and go get the car and come pick us up? And yeah. So meanwhile, Izzy's just mad because her feet are cold. Her one foot's cold. She's been limping, with her boot off, hanging onto her boot, hopping down the street, trying to get home this way. And it was quite a scene. And anyway, she's just yelling at me because I wasn't listening to her, that her foot was that wet and she's so cold. And I'm yelling at her for yelling at me. And oh my God, probably making such a scene because everybody's home. And so we kind of talked about it, but not really, because she was pretty mad at me. I tried to hug her and she gave me that stiff hug. And so I just was like, I get that you're mad at me. And that's okay, you can be, but I could sit here and feel bad about it, but what would that do for me? So I'm like, I'm just going to go stand over here and be in my own little space. So we did. And then, yeah, I tried to go back to her, and she was just mad. So Kara and Cammie picked us up, and we went back home. And eventually, yeah, we were talking again, but at bedtime, or in the evening, we just talked about it, and she felt bad, and I'm like, don't feel bad. That's just whatever you got to do, and you can't feel bad about it. Everything just is what it is, and we're all reacting, or just coping, or whatever the word is you want to use, in our own ways, and that's okay. It's all totally okay, but the biggest thing is to talk about it. And I have never had so many conversations with my kids, just about what's going on all around us. And definitely daily we do. And so it's you could beat yourself up for the bad things happening, you losing your cool and yelling at your kids and them yelling at you and feeling bad. Or you could take it as an opportunity to talk about it and then to grow together through it. I've never felt closer to my kids than I have since we've all been home. And we've chatted about it daily and talked about what we can do with it. And the biggest things I say is we can choose to be mad about it and just think it's stupid and annoying that we have to deal with it, or we can just make the best of it, and we can ask what else is possible that we haven't even considered, and what is possible because of this. And talking about how we're just I brought up to them like how grateful I am for all the stuff that has gone on, and ask your kids like, what are you grateful for that has come out of this? You know, it's just an adjustment. It's like it's change, and change always takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's a lot quicker if you don't fight it, if you don't resist it, if you put all your walls up and just like don't want to deal with it. It's not going to go away. So I would try to just put your barriers down and just take a look around. This is what I did yesterday when I was going for a walk. Like, Kara and I just got really present with everything going on around us, and we're just like, wow, like, this is crazy. Like, most people are in their houses right now while we're out for a walk. There was enough traffic, but yeah, it was just cool. And it's like, this is just really happening. Like, walking by the school was just bizarre, because we're like, school's closed. Like, we're in like this crazy time right now, and like, how could we have fun with it? You know, like, what if we started to just embrace what's going on and like know that it's happening? Because I guess subconsciously the whole world needed this right now and had been asking for it. So why fight it, you know? So yeah, mostly it's just really necessary for me, and it's getting better and quicker. And for all of you, is to listen to your body, and when stuff feels really heavy and you just like, you feel like you're ready to explode, do if you need to, and don't hold back on it. I've never cried so much in the last few days than I have in probably my whole life. Like, just crying, utter uncontrollable crying, usually beginning and just letting it go, and then ending in just total gratitude. So my little redhead here has distracted me, but communicate, talk to your kids, talk to your friends, talk to your partner, your family, talk to, you know, just talk about it. Don't keep it inside. And the rewards are pretty high. So Emily's putting her little llama in the film here. Anyways, get outside if you haven't got outside, and take in some of the fresh air, and just really embrace what's going on right now. Like, just take it all in. Just slam your barriers down and expand yourself out in every direction, making yourself bigger than everything you perceive to be going on right now, and just take it all in. And with that note, I invite you to enjoy the rest of your day and look at it through new eyes. And I will see you tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.